Big series starting at Fenway Park this weekend. It's Red Sox Yankees at a time that is critical for these Red Sox to keep themselves in it, to keep themselves afloat, trying to find some level of consistency, trying to find a path to keeping themselves in the conversation for a wild card over the next few months. Starts at Fenway tonight, and the backdrop is Hunter Dobbins, who last week said he would never pitch for the Yankees. He'd rather retire before pitching for the Yankees. Idiot. That's how you knew right away. You're not dealing with a guy who's dealing with a full deck. And it could just be that he's 25.
No.
And he hasn't grown up yet.
No, he's got that look in his eye. If you just throw his picture up there, Fowler, he's got that blank stare. Like sometimes lights aren't on. He's one of those.
Well,
which I dig. I mean, that's fine. I'm fine by it.
Proceeded to say that his dad had been drafted by the Yankees twice. He's also stated that his dad played in the Yankees organization as well as the Diamondbacks organization. Red Sox Media Guide claims that his dad played in the Diamondbacks organization in 96 and 97. He also said that his dad was friends with Andy Pettitte. Turns out none of this is true. Hunter Dobbins had bad info and said a couple of days ago that he wasn't going to fact-check his dad, or that he had not fact-checked his own father, because who would do that? Who would fact-check their own dad ahead of Father's Day?
Right.
You'd think, what my dad's telling me must be true, and he knows a lot about pitching. Wow, he got drafted by the Yankees twice. But I hate the Yankees, says Dobbins. And then yesterday, Dobbins speaks again. And he doesn't clear any of this up. So this is the backdrop.
I think he's afraid to talk to his dad. Like, I honestly think he's afraid to address it with his dad. Like, what do I do? But dad's a fraud. But I got to talk to the press. I can't lie and say, hey, yeah, I spoke to dad. We're cool.
Here's Hunter Dobbins from yesterday trying to clear things up on this situation.
I got to ask you this about your father. Is there anything you want to clear up? Because I want to know what happened here, because I don't know. I mean, is there anything with your dad that, I don't know, there's fact checking going on and all kinds of stuff. What do you want to say about this?
I mean, I addressed it yesterday. It is what it is. They're trying to find stuff that happened in the early 90s and, lower level minor league baseball. So it's like, I don't care what they say. I've never really cared what the media 2 hours south of here says anyways.
Oh.
So, I mean, at the end of the day, it hasn't fazed me at all. I'm just ready to go for Saturday.
Yeah, it's about 2 miles west.
What did he say? Have you talked to him and said, hey, Dad, this is going on. What do I do here? Or you're like, yeah, it's my dad. I love him. I don't care. Father's Day's on Sunday. I'm going to pitch great on Saturday for you.
It's been more of that. It's, I don't even care enough to even bring it up. I mean, it's like, at the end of the day, he's my dad. I'm ready to go on Saturday, enjoy Father's Day with him on Sunday. And, I mean, I could not care less.
It's all cleared up.
That boy Zippy, stick to your guns.
His dad doubled down. His dad doubled down when he talked to him. 100%.
And he's dumb enough to believe him.
Because you know why? He brought up the lower minor league crap in the early 90s.
That stuff
trying to
lost.
dig up on me, Hunter. Yeah. Pops told you all the truth. And no, it's not the media 2 hours, 2.5 hours. It's the media about 2 hours, 2 minutes west of you.
It's from the Foul Territory podcast that had Hunter Dobbins on. They do it every Friday, and they just happen to get Hunter Dobbins as their guy on this episode going into the weekend. And so now he thinks and is blaming the media. He's blaming the New York media for what he made up. Now I am no longer on his side. What a tool bag.
Thank you.
This guy is a freaking tool bag, and you should now know it. It was one thing when it was like, oh, yeah, what did I say yesterday? I felt bad for him. I'm like, man, he got lied to by his own dad.
No,
and he just was repeating a story that he had heard a bunch of times and thought it was the truth. Now, a day later, he's blaming the New York media for manufacturing a story. Nobody manufactured anything. You told this story on your own, and it is a fabrication, and it sucks. Because you got caught in the middle of it because your old man is lying to you.
Yeah.
Your old man's not telling you the truth. And so now it's the media in New York, and
Well,
they're
it's
just
really
making
blaming
it
the
up.
Hartford media. 'cause
By the
it's
way, 2 hours south. That is not New York City. I don't know if he's ever made the drive between the two. I mean, maybe
I got 2 hours
if
west.
you-
I drive to Waltham every day.
Maybe
That's
if
like
you're
2
on a
hours.
chartered flight and you've got half-hour drive to the wherever you're picking up the private chartered plane, and then you go from there to New York. I guess.
You got something good to eat in there somewhere. Some French fried potatoes. Some of the mustard.
What is that accent?
He's got from Billy Bob from what the hell's that movie?
Sling Blade.
Yeah, Sling Blade. Give me some of the mustard.
Good job. You're gonna get a Sling Blade thing now to take us off track. This guy
He sounds like-
is basically what you said, doubling down. The old man doubles down, and now
Media's
Dobbins.
fault. Media's fault.
It's a Dobbins double down is what it is today.
He's getting shelled tomorrow.
Double down Dobbins.
He's not making it through 3.
What a tool
No
bag.
chance.
What a tool bag.
They're gonna rock his world tomorrow.
Blame it on the
Ready for
media.
him. This
You
kid probably hasn't
baby.
slept in a week.
I was a Dobbins guy too.
Yeah.
I can't say I'm a Dobbins guy anymore.
Well, you can't once he puts it on the media. Like, give me an effing break, bud.
You've got to say, you
where's
know what? Maybe some of those stories were a little exaggerated, and I wasn't aware. But I wasn't trying to offend anybody.
Who's in the
Move
PR
on.
department?
Right.
Who is in the PR
Move
department over
on.
there? Just don't.
I don't really care much about what those guys to the media in New York have to say, making things up. What?
Father's Day Sunday, and I'm pitching Saturday.
What a clown!
Yeah.
What an. Can we get a clown nose on Dobbins back here?
Yep.
Can we pop a clown nose on this guy?
Look,
If you don't mind, Fowler.
Like, if I had to guess what Derek and Foxborough would look like, I would pick him like that.
So I think you can explain away the hey, you know what? Lower league, minor league stuff, those stats in the 90s get lost. Like, they obviously don't have a record of me. The problem he runs into is Andy Pettit has no idea who you are. Your good friend Andy Pettit said, I've never heard of you in my life. How does the dad explain that away?
Or do the Diamondbacks?
But the
Might have
records
been a guy that told him he was
the
Andy
records
Pettit.
are pretty good on the
No, they're not wrong
statistics.
about that
I'm not
either.
like
Yeah.
that would be
Milliken was
rare
digging-
to have
digging
missing
stuff up.
statistics
To
from
slip through
multiple
the
seasons.
cracks,
The
yeah.
thing I was saying yesterday is there's no YouTube video when people are like, yeah, the day of. I'm like, no, there's no video of
Yeah.
a single A, low A game from 30 years ago floating around. So with people blaming, oh, you could just look it up. This younger generation thinks everything's on YouTube, or that everything was videotaped.
Yeah.
Right? It turns out it wasn't.
And people are peppering Felger and Maz with like emails and calls. Like, why do you guys got to be so negative? It's such a positive thing and such a positive time. You get so negative. Felger goes, do you realize if this was a Yankee story, what we would do? We would be times 10 making fun of it. Like, what do you expect us to do? Not talk about this? Dude, you're in our backyard and you're doubling down on this. This is the story. This ignites the rivalry a little bit. They're going to be down there salivating. They're going to be at bat
Does it?
practice early tomorrow. I think they're going to try and rock him tomorrow.
No, see, that I give Red Sox fans more credit than whatever you're accusing that straw man of accusing Felger and Maz of. Red Sox fans look at this guy and go, what is this guy's deal? What a clown. Red Sox fans are not afraid to criticize their own team.
You got a live one.
If you're a Red Sox fan over the age of like 30, you know what's up. Yeah. You know that this guy's a clown. You don't have to hide it. You're not the Yankees. You're not one of those teams that circles the wagons when you have a bozo on your team. At least not the Red Sox fan base. Never, ever, ever has that been the case. Patriots, forget it. Oh my God. It'd be if Hunter Dobbins were a Patriot, every Yahoo Patriot fan would be out here defending him. And no. That's not the case with Red Sox fans. This guy's a dope.
They're they're killing themselves down at Fenway too, because we're on every damn TV and every ballpark, every stadium. They all watch. They know that when you go into the clubhouse, you can't have this up. You can't have this up today and tomorrow. Like, it's gonna get in their heads.
Have what up? I don't know what you mean.
The fathers like if you're down there and if you remember the Reds, like, hey, get the TVs off. Like, we can't have this on. Zippy's over there. He's in happy land.
I will say this.
Like, have a laugh, you clown. Just have a laugh. It might be like, you know what?
I don't care.
It turns out those
The old
stories.
man got me.
Yeah, stories are a little exaggerated.
He flipped
about my
Beetle in
dad's
one
playing
day.
career.
Beetle flipped him
It's
one
all you
day.
got to say. It's
One
like
day.
you're already caught. You're already bagged. It's over, dude. Just say, you know what? Turns out some of those stories were a little exaggerated. I wasn't aware. I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to make anything up.
Yeah.
2 hours.
Sorry about that, guys. And then move on, and it's like, damn. Instead, he doubles down and accuses the media in New York of making it up and being a Yankee fabrication. You know how stupid you sound? Dobbins, don't make us look stupid. Don't do that.
Smarter than that, pal.
You make yourself and you make your team look stupid when you do stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Why hasn't the old man come out and said anything?
Yeah, where's he at? Where is Lance?
I'm telling you, Lance.
You think Lance wants to
throwing
talk?
more things up against the wall? Yeah.
Fix my lawnmowers.
It's going to ramp up the rivalry. Why? We're going to sit here and be like, yeah, Yankee fans, this guy is a clown. Yeah, you're not wrong. What a loser.
Trying to cling on to something here, man.
Yeah, aren't you
looking.
just grasping at
Yes,
straws?
yes.
If your dad's caught in a lie like that, you're like, Dad, what the hell? And he throws something else out. You're like, all right, yeah, I'll go with this instead. But, oh man,
If he gets knocked out like in 2 or 3, do you think like the daddy chant starts? Daddy. I bet it starts. Yep. Oh my God.
it would have been great if Dobbins just came out and said something like, to your point, if he was just like, you know what, I guess I would play for the Yankees. You know, a line
fun
like
with
that.
it. Yeah.
Like, yeah, I guess my dad. Yeah, whoops.
No, man, focus on
Yeah.
Saturday. He flipped Beetle in one day. Second interview. That's great.
Yep. Coach Dobbins. Lance Dobbins himself.
Alleged coach.
Alleged coach. He's got a he's got an account. You know, he's got social media accounts where he gives you all those pitching tips and such.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dobbins. What a clown. Oh no, let's double down. It's like the easiest thing to explain away too. Right? Yeah, I got those stories. Those old playing stories were a little exaggerated.
100%. I guess I don't hate the Yankees. My bad. Yeah.
Their PR's got to help him a little bit. Like the Red Sox PR's got to help him a little bit.
No, because they suck at it. I don't
Yes,
know
they
if
do.
we've covered that. They're really bad at it.
They are.
So I have no faith in the Red Sox helping him clean this mess up.
Stacey would
The
pull
Red
this-
Sox.
Stacey pull this guy aside and get like, hey.
Oh, you're right. The Patriots are really good at managing PR. They're awesome at it themselves. Everybody in this town is just so great at it.